had a pretty good and productive day? No, we didn't. So that is just what I had in my sub tub yesterday, but I can't remember where I put them. Today we didn't get to centers. I know. Sorry, I was looking at my center station. Things don't look great. But now that that's done, I kind of enjoy going home at a decent hour and I don't stay too long after school. I like the color blue. Hi guys, so it is actually Tuesday and I've been so bad at vlogging since we came back from break. I really don't have an excuse. I've just been going home a lot earlier, and since I only vlog after school, it's just been really hard to get back in the groove of vlogging because when we came back from break, I had that tournament that I talked a little bit about. So I would go to practice or a game right after school, and after the game I would go home. Like I wouldn't really spend like super long hours in my classroom afterwards. And but now that that's done, I kind of enjoy going home at a decent hour and I don't stay too long after school, and when I do, I'm like super focused getting things done, so I don't really take the time to vlog. But I'll try to change that and have a balance of me leaving my classroom at a decent hour as well as vlogging. So I guess I'll just gonna recap on this week. Yesterday was Monday. I feel like we had a good day. We did some Saxon, we did centers, everything that we usually do. Nothing really stood out. I guess one thing that I've changed since I last talked to you is my transitions. So what I would do, at least for cleaning up after centers, is I would ring my doorbell, give instructions, be like, when I say go, you're gonna clean up your centers and you're gonna come back to the center station or something like that. And then as they're cleaning up, I would have my kids sing Itsy Bitsy Spider twice, and by the time the second time was done, they should all be at the carpet. However, I find that singing and cleaning up at the same time is a little bit too much for them to focus at. It's a little bit too much for my students to focus on at one time. So what I ended up doing is I downloaded the song Itsy Bitsy Spider on my phone, and when I give instructions, I play the song. It's about a minute long, and then by the time it ends, they should be at the carpet already. Now, if it's gonna be a little bit of a longer transition, such as cleaning up for the end of the day, then I'll play the song more than once. But that's been working really well. And because they know the song, they're familiar with the song and how long it is, then that kind of helps them keep track of time and how much time they have left to finish cleaning up. I hope that makes sense. Yesterday, I also didn't vlog because I was trying to get ready for a sub. So I guess I'll show you what I had for the sub. So in one of my other vlogs, I showed you how I planned for a sub, and I showed you that I put everything, or I used to put everything on my horseshoe table labeled, numbered, and everything. However, I decided to not do that anymore, just in case like things get knocked over, things get moved, or like things get moved around by kids. I don't want there to be any confusion. So I went ahead and started a sub tub. So this is what it looks like. It's just a crate from Walmart, and I have folders in there. So I made this label on PowerPoint. Then these are my tabs. I have lesson plans, classroom management, class roster, in case of an emergency, notes to the office, morning work, phonics, centers. This is read aloud, journals, math, extra work. So unfortunately I cannot show you my lesson plans, but they're about 12 pages long, and I can't show you them because I have names on them and identifiable information. So my lesson plans go in the first tab, and then as you saw, I have my doorbell there hanging. I'll just put you down. Okay, so then for the second tab, I have classroom management. For my day-to-day classroom management, I use Class Dojo, and I used to leave... Sorry, I was looking at my center station. Things don't look great. I used to leave a Kindle with Class Dojo already logged on to it for the sub to use, but out of my 4 subs that I've had before this one, none of them ever used it. And then some of you recommended to do something else. So what I ended up doing is print out a table with each student, and next to that student I have on task / good choices or off task / bad choices. So what I just had the sub do is just put tallies on them. So like if the student was really good and on task, go ahead and put a tally next to their name, or if they were being really bad and were making not so great choices, and put a tally on the off task one. And then when I come back, I'll go ahead and update those points on Dojo. And that worked so much better. That gave me a better sense of how my students were doing individually throughout the day. So I'm definitely going to keep doing that. Something else I had on the classroom management portion was our stickers that we use for our school. So we are a PBIS school, so when students are doing a really good job, they are giving this very, very special sticker. It's a big deal in our school. It's called an All-Star, so I left quite a few stickers in that management folder as well. After my management folder, I have a class roster, so in case for whatever reason they cannot get on the computer to take attendance, I have a class roster there for attendance that they can send to the office if they can't get to the computer. After that, I have an in case of an emergency folder, so I have my nurse pass and also my fire drill folder, and as well as a paper that states what to do in case of a lockdown. After that, I have notes to the office, so we have a little envelope that we put notes to the office, and we have students run it to the office, so I have that, as well as my lunch money pouch. After that, I have a folder that says phonics. So for phonics, we do use Saxon phonics, so we do have a day-by-day like lesson almost. I did not leave the exact lesson plan that I would have used because it called for like technology or small groups, and I didn't want to have the sub worry about that, so I went ahead and typed up the very important parts that I wanted her to hit on that lesson, and that's what I put in that phonics folder. I also put extra worksheets for students that were not here yesterday, because what I ended up doing this week, which I should have waited for next week, was I went ahead and stapled together worksheets for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then they're just gonna keep it in their chair pockets. That way I don't have to pass them out individually every single day. That was just faster, as a faster transition. So I went ahead and left her a copy of that, as well as with the answers for her to help the students with, and I left her, like I said, extra ones for kids that maybe they took it home by accident, or they were not here yesterday and didn't get one. After that, I have centers. I don't really have anything there because like I said, I didn't want to leave like small group work for her to do, just in case like it was a little bit too much. I've had subs in the past that were having trouble with certain things that I left, so I decided to just kind of keep it as broad as possible. So I just explained to her my center or station structure, and for her to just kind of walk around, monitor things and stuff like that. After that, I have read aloud, and I just left a handful of books for her to choose from to read. Then after that, I have journals. For journals, I went ahead and put this little box with mini erasers, and I'm inside that folder because I use these to help certain students with their sentences. So like again, I explained, so in my lesson plans I explained our like writing block structure, and I also explained to her to pull certain students to the back table to help them with them. So what I do with these erasers is I use them to remind students when to use finger spaces, or also keep track of what they're writing. So for example, I'll just model it right here. So for example, if I have a student that kind of has trouble knowing when to put finger spaces, we'll do this. So the student will tell me their sentence. So let's say the sentence is like, I like the color blue. So we'll do it together. I like the color blue. So the snowmen represent the words in a sentence, and the spaces between the snowmen represent the finger spaces. So then they know that, oh, I wrote the, so now I need a finger space before I write the next word. So I left these erasers in that folder for that. Then I have a math folder, and I didn't want her to introduce a new concept or anything, so I just left some independent practice. So just making combinations of 5, something that was going to be pretty easy for them, that they would be able to know how to do by themselves, and also how to make 7. That's what we did. Luckily, I had our counselor come in the afternoon to do a makeup lesson that we missed last week, so I didn't have to plan for that block of time, so I didn't have to plan for 30 minutes, which was really great. After the counseling lesson, my students just went to our last playground break, and then I also left some extra work at the very back of my bin. So I just left like a letter E craft to make like a hat, and then I also left some more math work in case they needed it, but they didn't seem to need it. So that is just what I had in my sub tub yesterday. Again, I didn't want to like overcomplicate it, but at the same time, when I went home yesterday and I was about to fall asleep, I was like, oh my goodness, what if I didn't leave enough work for her to do? But I hope that it was okay, and it seemed like it was okay from her notes. My kids seemed to be good. I also had 4 absent, so I just left her with 12 kids, so I hope that it was an easy day for her. Alright, so that is it. Tomorrow I'll be filming a very, I don't know, kind of exciting video for me. Today I had my last day of first year teacher induction, or no, not first year, new teacher induction, and at least for the first year, because we have it next year too. So it was really fun. We learned a lot. They gave us back a letter that we wrote to ourselves on the very first day of new teacher induction, so I got to read it, and it was really cool to see what I wrote. And I think I'm gonna make a video of myself reading it and kind of reflecting on it tomorrow, so I'm kind of excited to film that. Let's see what time it is. I have 5 minutes left. I'm gonna leave in 5 minutes because I'm gonna meet my fiance for like a late lunch, early dinner. I don't know. We're gonna go get sushi. We always go get sushi. But yeah, I'm just really happy because my classroom is not a mess. It's so clean. It's literally the way I left it when I left yesterday, which is amazing. Whoever subbed for me did an amazing job, and I would love for her to sub again because everything just went super great. Alright, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, it is Wednesday. It's the end of the day, or at least the end of the work day. Wednesdays is when we have early release, so kids get out at 1 p.m. Usually we have meetings after school, but today we didn't, so we just had about an hour and 45 minutes to just work in our classrooms. And I got my horseshoe table cleaned up. I got some emails sent out. I feel like I sent a lot of emails today. I got some books organized. I also got some things ready for tomorrow's small group, literacy small groups. Let me put you down. I always put you down. Oop, nope. So I got that done. I cleaned up my desk area. I put some things in cubbies. I put an anchor chart up. I found this finally. I've been looking for this since like November and I couldn't find it, and it was just in the pile of stuff that I haven't touched since November. Then I also went ahead and hole punched some of these cards. So I just have, so on Teachers Pay Teachers, I just bought some CVC clip art. So I just have some clip art on here. And I put them on ring holders, and I also put a, let me show you. I also put this little rack up, so I have flashcards there. So that way I have flashcards ready to go when I need them for intervention. So I have some number flashcards, and like I showed you, the CVC clip art. And yeah, like, I don't really know what else I did, to be honest. Oh, today our librarian came in and she asked if I wanted to have, you know, those like big giant leaves from IKEA that you can have like in a reading nook. She asked me if I wanted it, and I said yes, but now that I think about it, I don't really know where I would have room to put it. I kind of want to put it in my library area, but there's not really a room for it, so I have to figure something out. I also tried to organize my Beat the Timer cards, so I think I showed you maybe a few vlogs ago that I have a pocket chart on wheels, and I just have CVC words that kids have to unscramble and try to beat the timer. So for example, I have this card that says red, that's bread, and then they would have the letters R-E-D scrambled up, and they would unscramble it and stuff like that. So I tried to organize them, but then I realized I'm missing so many of them, so I'm gonna have to redo them again, which it's fine. I think I just have to figure out a way to organize them better and categorize them a little bit better, so that way I know that these cards are short E cards, these are short I cards, and I worked on these labels over the weekend. And then what else did I do? I feel like I did a lot of stuff, but I can't remember. Oh, I changed my calendar because it's February tomorrow, and then I realized that it's gonna be Valentine's Day in 2 weeks, so that's kind of crazy. I have to get ready for that. Oh, and then I filmed the video. I just finished filming a video. It's me reading a letter that I wrote to myself a few months ago. If that is up already, I'll go ahead and link it down below. If not, then go ahead and click that notification bell so you are notified when I upload it. So it's been about 3 weeks that I've had a good system for small groups. Like I mean, I would meet with small groups before, but I felt like I didn't have a system that felt organized to me and that felt like it worked for me until now. So if you've been watching me for a while, then you know that the way I do centers is mostly by student choice. So I have my center station with a ton of different center choices. I have up to 10, I think, and stuff like that. So then just recently I started making myself a center, and I made groups out of my kids by ability. So now I'll just pick one group and be like, okay, group, yellow group, you're gonna meet with me. And then typically I'll also choose another group and I choose their center. That way if I know they need extra practice on something, then I know they're doing it. And then the other 2 to 3 groups go and choose their center. But like I said, finally I have a system that works, and I also started making a schedule for my small groups. So it just looks like this. It's really nothing fancy, but I feel so much better about my small groups. I think they're going really well, and I'm so impressed on how well some students are reading and how much progress all students are making. It's just really cool to see. Like, I think this is why I love kindergarten so much. They just grow so much throughout the year. Now I'm starting to really focus on handwriting. So we do practice quite a bit on this kind of paper. I bought this off of Amazon. I think it's from Teacher Creative Resources. Is that where it's from? Nope. It's from Smart Start. Yeah, never mind. It is from Teacher Creative Resources. I bought a pack of 500 and it was about 20 bucks. I haven't used a lot of that paper, but I did go ahead and laminate some of it so I can put it on these dry erase sleeves and they can last longer. And if I just need a quick little practice, then students can just do it with dry erase. For my small groups, I also give stickers after I meet with students. I found these at Target and they're so cute. There's little apple emojis, and I don't know how many there are, but my kids really like them. I don't really know what else I want to say. I think I'm just gonna go home pretty soon and then just do some stuff there. Like I said, I do have to remake my CBC words and just kind of find a better way to organize them. I want to get started on making my sight word mystery words for next week, and then just a few more February themed or Valentine's Day themed activities. But yeah, I will have to update my bulletin boards pretty soon. I know that I started those, but I can't remember where I put them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, it is Friday, way after school. It's 4:15 and I've just been doing things around my room. So as you saw in the last clip, I was putting up that bulletin board. I took down this one, but I think I'm gonna leave my I Have a Dream up for a little bit longer. I filed away some projects that I hadn't filed away in such a long time. I went ahead and put up my new Write the Room cards up, my new secret sight words up. I went ahead and replaced the dry erase pockets for my what is it called? Secret sight words center, sorry. And then I also put up that new anchor chart that we did this week for the letter E. I updated my calendar. I cut some things, and I wiped down all the tables because I don't want to get sick. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've done, and I'm gonna go home. Before I go home, I do want to stop at Michael's though. Yeah, just buy another one of these cards because I'm so tired of not having a neat way to organize my centers. This is how it always ends up like, and I mean, not everything's gonna fit in those drawers, but I think it'll make things look a lot better. I might give this back because this thing is not mine. So I'll give it back and I'll have a little bit more room. So I'm only gonna buy one for now. It has 10 drawers, so I'll just use that for my literacy centers. Let me just count how many I would need actually. 6. So I would just need 6 drawers, and I can use the other 4 for math probably, and that should be good. If I find that I need more, then I'll go ahead and buy more. But I just want to try it, and they're not that expensive. They're only $30, so I'm gonna go ahead and go buy that right now, put it together, and come back either tomorrow or Sunday to just kind of organize things. Tomorrow I have a hair appointment, I think, and I thought it was going to be in the morning, but it's in the afternoon, which sucks because I'd rather it be in the morning and have the rest of the afternoon to come in here and do stuff, but it's at 1, so I can't really do much. Today we made these cute little groundhog craft things. Also today we had a prize box, and that was fun. So this time for prize box I introduced just like a coupon almost that they could buy. So just to have lunch with me or skip morning work and just have free playtime for that time period, which is only 15 minutes anyway. So I had 3 kids that bought the lunch with Miss Sandoval coupon, which I think I would have had more, but I wasn't like constantly reminding kids like, oh, do you want to have lunch with me? Just because, I don't know, which I should have, but maybe when they see that these 3 people are going to be having lunch with me, they'll be like, oh, next time I'll go ahead and buy that, because they were really, really excited about that being an option. And then all my students had 10 tickets to spend, so I went ahead and set these up on my table. On my table right here, and I filled them up. So it was a 10 frame, and every time they would spend something, they would take away whatever they spent so they could see how much money or how many tickets they had left. So that worked out a lot better, because in the past when they didn't really know how to subtract, it would take a lot longer. So this time around it was a lot faster. Today we didn't get to centers. I know. Because we were working on that writing piece over there. Other than that, I think we had a pretty good and productive day. No, we didn't. We forgot to do letter craft. We forgot to do letter E craft, so I guess we'll do that for morning work on Monday. So I went to Michael's earlier this week and I bought myself a new planner, because the one I have, I like the layout of it, but I just don't like how it looks. So I still bought a happy planner because I love those, but it's just more me, I think. The other one was like very like pastel and purple, and I don't like purple, and green, and I don't like those two together. So I have no idea why I bought that in the first place. I think it's because it was a watercolor theme, and I like watercolor, but I just realized that no. So I ended up buying this one. It was on sale because you can't use half of it because the year had already passed. Okay, I'm gonna leave pretty soon. So yeah, it looks like this, and I think it's so much better than the other one. It's just a lot more, I don't know, clean cut. I don't know how to explain it. So as you've seen before, this is just how I plan. I just cut it, glue it, and then I have my Saxon for the week that I have to plan for. So I made this yesterday because the CK rule was introduced in Saxon earlier this week, and my kids were always asking me like, what do I use? Do I use a C or do I use a K? So now it's up there, and I like how it came out. So I know I haven't really been vlogging lately, but I'm going to make it my goal for next week to vlog a little bit more, like enough for me to go home early, but also enough to have a good vlog. So I'll leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next vlog. Bye!